are, and here you are, but we're not gonna be here for long. As we know, oh yes, we know when we sit in this place. We don't stay here, we don't stay. We're going around the world with Rebekah.
That's me.
We're not going to Trinidad and Tobago.
Probably next time.
Maybe we'll go there next time, maybe. But yeah, we're still going around the world with Rebekah.
It's true.
Around the world, she's gonna take us.
Right now. We're going now.
Right now, around the world with Rebekah.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to Around the World with Miss Rebekah. I'm sorry, my tip of my nose feels a little bit itchy. You know, sometimes when you have a mask on, it feels like it is one little fuzzy that's tickling the front of your nose.
Yeah.
That's what I just experienced. And it just left like a phantom tickle. But, you know, that's okay. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
My friends, welcome to Around the World with Miss Rebekah. Here at Around the World, we like to see what is outside of our bubble, shall we say. Our bubble is right here where this blue circle is around the greater Pittsburgh area.
There it is.
And sometimes in your bubble, it may feel like whatever's in your bubble is all there is out there. And my friends, that's not how it is.
It isn't.
There's a whole big fabulous world out there filled with people,
Soccer,
of people of all shapes and sizes and beautiful rainbows of color with lovely brains in their heads and hearts right here and things they adore and maybe foods they don't like to eat or that they do like to eat.
Yeah.
Just like you. And it's good that we get to know them just a little bit.
Yep.
So here at Around the World, we just skim the surface of some different places by traveling to them through a series of books. Today, we are going to Poland, which this marker is terrible. I'm complaining to production.
Poland's been in the news a lot lately for a lot of issues that they're having.
Which we won't get into.
We won't get into that. However, I do have to tell a story.
As long as it's appropriate for Around the World with Miss Rebekah.
It is. It has to do with Poland. And I don't know if the book's going to tell us this, but people, like, you know how I can't remember what the word is, starts with a D, but we're Americans. We live in America, so we're called Americans, okay? If you live in Japan, you're Japanese, right? If you live in Canada, you're Canadian. If you live in Poland, the word for that is Pole. You're a Pole, okay? So, what is the name of that? Anyway, so my dad used to love to make prank phone calls. So, one time there used to be this thing called the penny saver.
I remember the penny saver.
Penny saver, yes.
Was that in the North Hills too?
It was in the north, and it was down south. Oh, I didn't know it was down south. Yeah. And there were items that you had for sale and items that people wanted, okay? And somebody was looking for, this was way back before the days of the internet, somebody was looking for a cat scratching pole, okay? And a cat scratching pole is something that, like, maybe you've seen it. If you have a cat, you might have it.
It's like this with rug wrapped around it.
Right.
Cats go.
And cats, they scratch on that. It's a pole, and you scratch on it. Well, my dad called that number, and he said, my name is Stanley Palicki, and I'm a cat scratching pole. And I will scratch your cat for $10 an hour. And they tried to explain that no, they were actually looking for a physical item. And he's like, well, I'm a physical item. He just kept it going and kept it going. That his name was Stanley Palicki, who used to be our maintenance guy here all those years ago. And
his last name happened to be Palicki.
No, it's Palicki. But he was Polish. Okay. Yeah, Palicki. He was such a nice guy. I love Stanley. And his nickname was Stosh, because the nickname for Stanley in Poland is Stosh, which is cool. So my dad, said that he was Stanley Policki, the cat scratching pole. And he would scratch cats. So, yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know if that person's out there, maybe watching with their grandchild or great-grandchild now, thinking, that was that idiot that called us and said,
hey, we don't call people idiots here.
Well, I mean, come on, my dad, that was pretty...
The Shaler North Hills Library does not support the calling of people idiots.
No. And also, that was back in the day before caller ID. So...
Good old days.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Yeah.
Well, my friends, are we ready to travel to...
Poland!
We're back to, we never left, our Countries We Come From series.
Yep.
Poland is by Majesh Goldish. Trying to know that we've had any by Mesh.
I tried to look for more books by Sweetie Peason, and Sweetie Peason has other books in this series.
Nice.
We just haven't done them yet, but we will. I think Canada's also by Sweetie Peason.
Oh.
Yeah.
My friends, nonfiction book. Got our table of contents. This tells us right where we can go if, say, we want to learn more about the author. Shall we?
Yeah.
Follow me to page 32, my friends.
All right.
About the author. Majesh Goldish lives in New York. He has written more than 300 books for children.
Wow.
That's all we know about Majesh.
That's all we know. We don't know if he's been to Poland or if he's a
And we don't need to know because, as we've discussed numerous times,
doesn't matter.
Just because you haven't been to Poland or any country you're interested in, or you've never in person seen an animal that you love and adore, does not mean you cannot learn all you want to learn about that particular place or species through books or through valid and trustworthy online sources, teachers, museums, all sorts of things. Think about it. I think dinosaurs are so cool.
Yeah.
I can't go to the dinosaur zoo and look at dinosaurs.
A lot of people write books about Jesus or Gandhi or George Washington or Martin Luther King Jr. that haven't met them.
Yeah, and that's okay.
It's okay.
As long as it's factual, well-researched information from a valid source.
Right.
Always check your source, my friends.
Yep. And I just want to point out that September has 30 days as well as June. I checked that with a valid source.
Well, at least someone did. My friends, this is Poland. Spectacular, colorful, full of life. Poland is a large country in Europe. More than 38 million people live there. Poland borders the Baltic Sea. Here's Poland. There's the Baltic Sea. Boop. Poland has flat plains and tall mountains. There are about 10,000 lakes in Poland. That's a lot of lakes.
Wow.
It also has sandy beaches along the Baltic Sea. Forests cover 1/3 of Poland. Rare bison roam there. Bison are the largest animals in Europe. Wolves and wild boar also live in the woods. There's wild boar, wolves. Some of Poland's land is used for farming. Farmers grow sugar, beets, potatoes, and cabbages. That's a sugar beet. The roots of sugar beets are used to make sugar, yes. They also raise horses, cows, and pigs. People have lived in Poland for thousands of years. At times, the country has been torn apart by war. Different groups have fought to rule Poland. In 1990, Poland became a free country. Before 1990, a former nation called the Soviet Union ruled Poland for 45 years. The biggest city in Poland is Warsaw. It's also the country's capital. Now, if you remember from last week, when we see a word that's bolded, the definition will be in the back in the glossary.
And I can't wait to find out what a capital is.
I know, I do wonder.
Yeah.
Warsaw is a colorful mix of old and new buildings. Almost 2 million people live in Warsaw. People in Poland speak Polish. This is how you say good day in Poland. Dzień dobry. This is how you say thank you. Dziękuję. Polish people are sometimes called Poles. Thanks, Ingrid.
And those who scratch cats are cat scratching poles.
Poland is known for a lively dance. It's called the polka. Polka dancers move their feet quickly. Step, step, and spin around. At festivals, Poles dance in colorful costumes. There are many tasty Polish dishes. One popular food is pierogies. Hey!
There are a lot of Polish ancestries here in Pittsburgh, so pierogies are popular in Pittsburgh.
Well,
in fact,
Pittsburgh pierogi truck comes to the library.
Yes.
At Shaler Northwest Library. And there's a whole portion near the Strip District, I believe, called Polish Hill.
oh yeah,
It's above the PNC I used to
that's
work at,
right.
the big giant load center.
Yeah. I have a question. Do they still have those pierogies that run around at the baseball game?
I don't know.
Dude, they were so cute.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Like pierogi races.
Yeah, pierogi races.
I bet they do.
Yeah.
Pierogi are dumplings stuffed with meat, cheese, or vegetables. Pop one in your mouth. Yum. Poland is famous for gingerbread cookies and cakes.
I did not know that.
I did not either. What's a cool place to visit in Poland? Malbork Castle. Malbork Castle is more than 600 years old. It was once home to Polish kings. It looks pretty neat. It's the largest castle in the world.
Wow.
I don't know if you asked me and said, Rebecca, where do you think the largest castle in the world is? I don't believe I would have answered Poland, but now I know.
And another interesting fact that's very surprising is, do you know what the busiest airport in the world is?
Atlanta?
Yeah. Now, a lot of people wouldn't have guessed that. They would have thought like LaGuardia, New York,
Yeah,
or
I don't know why I
LAX.
even know that.
Yeah,
But yeah, Atlanta.
yeah. Hartsfield.
Polish people enjoy being outdoors. They hike, bike, and ride horses. They sail on the Baltic Sea. There's two people sailing on the Baltic Sea. In winter, many Poles go skiing. What sport do Poles love the most?
Soccer!
When a soccer game is on, everyone watches. Polska is the Polish word for Poland.
Oh.
Fast facts. Capital city, Warsaw. Population of Poland, more than 38 million. Main language, Polish. Money, zloty. Major religion, Roman Catholic. Neighboring countries, Germany, Slovakia, Czech Republic, Lithuania, Belarus, Ukraine, and Russia. Cool fact. Polish pizza is made with ketchup instead of tomato sauce.
That would be interesting. I'd like to try that. Is it all shaped like that too? Like a
I don't
large
know. This reminds me of a French bread
French
pizza.
bread? I know, yeah.
There's DiGiorno makes a 5 cheese and garlic French bread pizza.
Yeah.
It's really pretty tasty. You can just add a little bit of Parmesan before you put it in the oven.
Yeah.
And some pepper flakes.
Mmm.
Well, here we go. Glossary. Capital, a city where a country's government is based.
Huh.
Dumplings, small balls of dough that are often boiled or fried. Festivals, celebrations that last for days or weeks. Plains, large flat areas of land. Rare, not often seen or found.
That was
My friends,
awesome.
that was Poland.
That's cool. That was neat.
And we'll be back in one moment.
And if that kid, if he has a cat and it's itchy and he ever scratches it, he'd be a cat scratching pole.
See you soon.
Oh!
And we're back, my friends, with Baby Wolf
They won!
by Mary Batten, illustrated by Joellen McAllister Stammen.
And I would bet that Mary Batten is not a wolf. Or has she given birth to a wolf, but yet she knows all about them. Sorry.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but good point.
Right, because it's a baby.
You do not need to be a wolf or give birth to a wolf
Right.
to write a book about a wolf.
Right, because it was a baby wolf. So
you just need to do your research.
Yes, from good sources.
From good sources, valid sources, back-upable sources you can feel free to share with others that are accurate.
Like if you were watching a show and they were saying that there were like ostriches in Poland, that would not be a good source.
No.
But there are baby wolves.
But if they said there's baby wolves, and here's how we know and why.
Yes.
And here's these other sources that say the same thing that are also valid and well documented.
Right. It can't be just like your neighbor who thought one thing
or like my
one
cousin's
time.
friend.
Right. Or somebody's Instagram.
Yes.
Right.
Or Facebook.
If
Facebook tells you about the wolves, say, well, I do like wolves, but let me check with the National Geographic.
Yeah, I think I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That baby looks cute.
Oop, there it is.
Whoa, I thought that was a baby itself, but that's a mama baby.
Underground in a warm den, a baby gray wolf is born. The mother gray wolf licks the pup to clean her. And the National Geographic does not sponsor this show.
No.
Soon, another pup is born. Then another and another. There are 4 babies in all. 1, 2, 3, 4. The babies crawl over each other. They drink their mother's warm milk. They cannot hear or see yet. For now, all they do is eat and sleep. Outside, it is spring on their island home. For the first few weeks, the father wolf brings food to the mother. She needs to stay inside the den with her babies. The father and mother are the leaders of the wolf pack. This pack is lucky. No hunting is allowed here on the island, because if you hunted wolves on an island, all the wolves would die.
That's true.
One sunny morning, the baby wolves go outside the den for the first time. Everything is new to them, just like baby humans. The baby wolf feels the heat of the sun. She sees the tall trees in the sky. She plays in the grass with her sister and brothers. They look and act like dog puppies. This is not surprising, though. Wolves and dogs are part of the same animal family.
Like cats and lions and tigers.
They're big cats.
Yeah.
The baby wolf is 8 weeks old now. She no longer drinks her mother's milk. She sniffs and licks at the mouth of an adult wolf. This is how she asks for food. The adult spits up some food for the little wolf. This may not sound good to you, but it is perfect food for a growing wolf pup.
Do you know if cats do that same thing?
Maybe.
Because my cat often puts her mouth near my mouth.
That's because you let her.
Well,
All the adult wolves help feed and take care of the babies. The 15 wolves in the pack are all one family. One day in early summer, the baby wolf smells something new. It is not her mother, but it is not her father or any other wolf. The other wolves smell it too. Right away, their ears and tails stand up. It is a large black bear and her cubs. See them back there? The baby wolf hides behind a rock and her sister and brothers. Her father, mother, and 2 other wolves rush to attack. They show their sharp teeth, they bark and they growl. At first, the bears stand still. They do not want to fight. Then slowly they move away. All the wolf pups come out from behind the rock. Woof! They are safe. The baby wolves are growing up fast. They have left their den for good. Now they stay outside and sleep with the adults. Sometimes one pup climbs on top of another pup, just like the pack leaders do to keep order. The pups watch the adult wolves and copy them. They even try to hunt, too. The baby wolf spots a mouse. Off she goes after it. She chases it under a log. This time the mouse gets away, but one day the baby wolf will be a great hunter, just like her mother and father. Ow! The baby wolf and her brothers and sister learn to howl too. Howling is wolf talk. It calls the pack together. First one wolf howls, then others join in, they wag their tails, and act as if they are singing a happy song. Often wolves howl before they go hunting. Summer turns to fall, the weather gets colder. By late October, the first snow falls. The puppies are only 6 months old. but they look almost grown up. Their puppy teeth are gone. Now they have big teeth and thick coats to keep them warm. Wolves need a lot of space to live and hunt. Sometimes the pack travels many miles in one day. Usually wolves hunt at night. It is easier to sneak up on other animals in the dark. The pack members work together to kill a big animal like a moose. Wolves do not find food every time they hunt, though. So when they kill a moose or deer, they eat a lot. Each wolf can eat as much as 20 pounds of meat in one meal. That is a lot, my friends. You would have to eat 80 large hamburgers to match that. By the end of winter, the baby wolf is almost a year old. She's not a baby anymore. She knows her father and mother are leaders of the pack. Like the other wolves, she holds her tail low or lies on the ground when they are nearby. Each wolf knows his place in the pack. In the spring, the young wolf and the pack go back to the place where she was born. Soon, her mother will give birth to new baby wolves, and next year, the young wolf may have babies of her own.
If it rains.
Now it is night. The moon is high in the sky. The wolves get ready for their hunt. The young wolf takes her place in the pack. Her father raises his head and begins to howl. Oh! Ow! 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 The other wolves join in. Ow! 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 We are wolves. We are here.
That's pretty cool.
Wolves are pretty neat.
Wolves are... I like them because they sort of remind me of Halloween because of the howling. And I also think of the mythological creature, werewolves. And also, I Googled and found a reliable source that my cat is not getting food. She's just marking me and saying that I'm hers. I like that. I want to be somebody's. But that is pretty wild, and it's also, there's a song that reminds me of wolves, and it's Leader of the Pack. Brum, brum, brum.
See, I think of Little Red Riding Hood.
Oh, yeah.
You sure are looking good.
How's about spend something
more
time with me?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like a Big Bad Wolf song.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
It's an oldie.
We don't really know, like, if... I'm sure there are some big bad wolves, but I'm sure there are all kinds of wolves. Like, we just can't look at a wolf and say, you're a big bad wolf.
No.
Yeah.
Of course not.
No. Now, if they do eat 3 little pigs or something like that, or a Little Red Riding Hood, that's kind of mean. But that's all fable.
Yeah, that's a story.
And do you see how I'm taking great care to determine things that are real and not real?
Not really.
Because I'm really getting closer to getting the glow.
You just keep saying the things.
Maybe.
And then they need clarified that those are fictional stories.
Yeah.
Whereas this is, an attempted or real depiction of a baby wolf's life their first year.
It was a nice, good year. It was a very good year. Thanks, Miss Rebecca.
Thanks,
we went.
bye.
No, we did. No, we need to sing you out.
Real quick.
We went around the world with Rebecca while Alice watched on. We went around the world with her.
It's true, and now we're done.
And it was such a good time that we made it around the world. We're going around the world. We went around the world. We went around the world with Rebecca.
Bye, friends.